We likely will have our first depression of the 2014 Atlantic hurricane season. We could even have our first named storm. It would be Arthur. I'm Jeff Huffman with this tropical weather update. The system we're talking about has an exposed circulation now. We noticed on the satellite picture Sunday, not a whole lot of thunderstorms near the center of circulation, but you can certainly see a spin, and there's a weak area of low pressure here drifting to the southwest. Now, the upper level winds are favorable for some development here by Tuesday, but there's a whole lot of dry air right now on the northwest side of this. And by the way, it is going to be hot and mainly dry for northern sections of Florida because of that. But some moisture, some deeper moisture is going to get pulled in from the Caribbean and the Gulf by Tuesday, which will give it a better chance of developing. And then it's going to start to slide to the north. Now, the heaviest rains will be on the central and southern side of the system, and then that will expand as it moves to the north and to the east. The question is, how close will it get to the state before it makes that turn? It's probably going to sit here for a couple of days and kind of wander around, and then it's going to start to get pulled to the north by an approaching trough of low pressure. I tend to believe it's going to probably move on the left side of this guidance here based on how fast it's already moved in the direction of southern Florida. Winds are expected to be fairly light aloft, which favors development. By Wednesday, we're going to see the approach of a trough of low pressure, and that's what's going to keep it from, I think, making direct landfall here in the Sunshine State. It'll become more of a problem for the coastal Carolinas. Here's wind tracker. You can see wind speeds, according to the legend, in the 20 to 40 mile an hour range. It strengthens a little bit as we get into Wednesday, but it starts to pull away from the state, and most of the wind will be on the eastern side of the center of circulation. So I don't expect a wind concern here in Florida. Very little in terms of a rise in sea level, probably some choppy seas and some rip currents on the east coast, but that's about it. The bigger story, of course, will be the rainfall, but notice the northwest side of the system is dry. So from I-4 north and westward, it's not until Wednesday when you get your rain, but there will be several periods of rain and some squally weather from Orlando south and east for much of the upcoming work week due to the proximity of that system. Here's an early look at rain tracker. This is subject to change based on how close the system gets to us and how long it lingers, but the heaviest in terms of 2 to 5 inches of rain will be once again from I-4 points south and east. Stay tuned for updates throughout the week in case something changes.